Did you watch that epic Gavin and Stacey special over Christmas? If you did, you'll probably remember one of the most iconic lines of the show, when Nessa claims instead of giving up booze for January, she was going to try out something slightly different. January. No shaving of any body hair for the full month. You may have had a good old chuckle at the idea, but it turns out it's actually a real thing. People are starting the new year by ditching the razors and the waxing and going au naturel for 2020. But why is body hair such a big deal? Welcome back to Bluntly Put. As a woman, I am fully versed in the whole removing body hair malarkey. From a pretty young age, I was aware that body hair on women was not super accepted. I think I began shaving my legs at around the age of 13 and have continued to remove hair since then. And I'm not alone. Statistics show that as many as 85% of women in my age bracket also remove their leg hair in some way or another. But is this trend on the way out? Last year, then 22-year-old Laura Jackson started a campaign encouraging women to embrace their natural bodies whilst also raising money for charity. What's not to like? Laura says that the media's constant portrayal of these impossibly smooth, hairless women who apparently don't even have hair follicles at all is leaving women feeling that their body hair is gross and unattractive. No more. As women embrace an extra level of furry warmth this month, Laura hopes that it will begin to normalise body hair and become a more accepted choice. If that wasn't already goals enough, the money raised by the movement will go towards the charity Tree Sisters, a non-profit fighting to protect and restore natural habitats to help tackle the ongoing climate crisis. How can you say no to that? Well, it appears some people still can. As has always been the case, people are using this as another excuse to have a scrap on Twitter. It seems that despite Laura's efforts, people still really aren't cool with body hair on women. Here are a few fairly hilarious responses to January. This guy says, "The world has gone mad." And this guy thinks it's as gross as drinking your own urine. Maybe the world has gone mad, but I think it happened a long time ago whenever we collectively decided that having hairy legs was for some reason gross. History-wise, it's actually a fairly new phenomenon. At the beginning of the 1900s, women didn't even consider shaving any body hair off. Maybe because they were called a wanton woman if they even thought about showing an inch of ankle, or maybe they were just too busy asking for basic human rights like, to vote, to worry about a few little strands creeping out on their stockings. However, we've all seen Gatsby, and with the seeming alcoholism and general debauchery of the 1920s came legs. Lots and lots of legs. Short dresses were in, and guess what? A lot of them were sleeveless. So not only are your hair-covered knees on display, but those underarms are out and about too. So did women instantly feel gross and unclean with their hairy selves? Well, no. It seems that we can blame the media industry. But to be honest, we usually can. All of a sudden there were ads everywhere telling women to get those pits hair-free ASAP to avoid all embarrassment. Here's an example of one such ad. And before you know it, Gillette came along and offered lovely little dainty lady razors, and we ended up where we are now. You can't watch 10 minutes of telly without Venus blasting in your ear showing you a woman with already hair-free legs shaving her legs. But just because it's what we've been doing for 100 years doesn't mean it's necessarily the right thing, right? If it used to be an accepted part of the body, can it not be again? Let me know what you think and whether you'll be ditching hair removal this month.